Welcome to the first video of Candy's Cold Case Files. When I was younger, I actually wanted to be an investigator or a police officer. That was two of my things that I really wanted to do in life. Of course, I never did do that. Doesn't mean that it doesn't interest me though. I started this TikTok page because I wanted to bring light to those cases that have never been solved or they're in the process of being solved, like the one I'm about to talk about here shortly. Mika Miller. It's been all over TikTok, it's been all over the news. So that's going to be the first case I start talking on because something definitely smells amiss in that case, and it's bothered me. In fact, I went down a rabbit hole last night on that, and I don't think I got much sleep from it, I'll be honest. Each week I'm going to be starting a new cold case, probably several, and I hope that you will like, you will share, you will comment, you will try to get the information shared out so that we can bring justice to those families that never received that justice. What inspired me to start this series is that in the 1980s, in fact, the early 1980s, there were 3 cases in the hometown that I'm from, which is Monroe, Louisiana, that are all 3 cold cases that all happened within a year of each other, and they all, died very similarly. And I really feel in my heart that, these stories need to be shared, because what happens if we share it and then somebody knows something? I mean, that could bring peace to a family in Monroe that doesn't have it, and it might end up solving the other 2 cases because they think it was the same person. I think these cases strike a little hard for me because in the early 1980s, my mom would have been around the same age as these 3 women. So I asked her, I was like, did you know about these 3 cases back in the 80s, the early 80s? And of course she's like, yeah, I actually did know about them. So yeah, it impacted our community quite greatly in the early 80s, and the cases were never solved. So I'm hoping by starting this series on TikTok that maybe we can bring some justice to some families, whether it's, current or it was past, it doesn't matter. I'm going to cover as many unsolved cases as I can possibly do. And I'm actually going to start with one that's more recent, and I'm going to start with the ones from the 1980s, and then we'll go from there. So I hope everybody will join my TikTok and help share these cases. Y'all have a blessed day.